Good day, everybody. How you doing? Morning Talks with Ro. I know I slipped in on y'all. I didn't put up any announcements or anything. I'm just sitting here listening to some cheerful music. I'm going to see who joins us today. And we're going to just talk about life. If you want to chop it up about what's happening in the world and finding empowerment within that, let's get it in. Let me turn this down because sometimes it gets really loud. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the conversation. Yeah, morning talks with Ro on deck. I got my morning drink. You already know what it is. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the conversation. It's a beautiful Monday. Motivated Monday. How's everybody doing? Put an emoji in the chat, letting me know how you're feeling, letting me know what you're doing. Today we're going to talk about just life. I'm making myself available as a coach, a life coach. If there's any advice you feel you might need or want, or some perspective that you think I can help you with gaining, let me know. Also, if there's something going on in the world, because we don't always talk about social issues, but if you guys want to put some social issues on the table to find empowerment within it, let's talk about that too. Hey everybody, welcome to the conversation. That's right, it's morning on the West Coast. Hey, Miss Lady. Oh, thank you so much, Marvin. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you, Rick. What do you guys think about the 90 words to your breakthrough? It's been fun kind of finding information to share with you. If there's anything that you want me to do in the future that you think can be cool, let me know. Hey, Brenton. I haven't seen you in a minute. What up? Welcome to the conversation. This is Morning Talks with Ro. As you know, it's still morning on the West Coast. Holla at your girl. I'm not. Oh, the music is too loud. Thank you. I'm thinking it's low. Is it still too loud? I just turn it off if it's still too loud. Because I can barely hear it over here. I'm going to turn it off. How about that? How about that? So what y'all want? Hey, Juanita, you said have a blessed day spending it with your nephew. Bless up. Welcome to the conversation. Is anybody wanting to ask me anything? You know, I'm making myself available. What is that sound? There's something that wants to join the conversation that I don't know where it's coming from, but whatever, right? So if you want me to, thank you, lady. If you want me to make myself available to give you some advice, help you stretch in perspective. If anybody's having issues with keeping their engine going towards something, let's find out why that is. And if needed, let's strengthen your why for doing it, right? Thank you, Amanda. You know, and then if there's anything going on in the world, because I know there's a lot of stuff socially that's happening, and some people get really, really discouraged about it and feel a bit hopeless about it. And so if there's a way that I can contribute to the conversation that helps you to find some empowerment within everything that's happening, let's do that too. We don't dive deep in that way, but we can definitely go deep diving in that way and see what kind of jewels come up and out. Hey, Tiffany. Okay, LaShonda. Okay, you said you're still mad that I got 2 feet away from you at the party and didn't get a hug. I know, Jeff. It's crazy. It's very surprising that we didn't. Hey, Quinette, thank you for the compliment. So welcome to the conversation, y'all. What is happening in pop culture right now? You know, I really don't. I check in every once in a while. I usually get my news from social media sometimes when it's coming up through the feed, and I'm barely on that too, believe it or not. But I find that whenever I need to know something, it always finds me, right? It always finds me. So what is happening out there, and is anything going on in the world that anybody feels a bit discouraged about, or like, you know, what's happening here, or where are we going? I can't wait till we have the conversation about artificial intelligence, because that to me is the frontier that we're on. And that's one of the biggest threats, I think, possibly. It's one of the biggest jewels to society, and it's also a big threat to society. So that's going to be a really powerful conversation. I'm just getting more information. Like I said, I've been diving into this book by one of the leading Chinese researchers in artificial intelligence, because China is heading America now. We used to be the leaders in artificial intelligence technology and progression, and now China is kicking tail. Whoa. What's up, you guys? Let me see what you're saying. Okay, so I'm struggling with someone that wants to keep up drama and not do things peacefully. So do you have to work with them, Miss Lady? Is that why you feel like you have to accommodate that? Is it somebody in your life that you feel you have to work with, and so you got to find a way to work around what's happening there? I've got messages coming in even though I put it on Do Not Disturb. Hey, Joseph. Tell me a little bit more about that so that I can see if I can unpack that with you and help you make some choices that are going to make you feel better about your situation. But yeah, like I was saying, that artificial intelligence conversation is going to be the bomb, because, they're gathering so much information. Everything practically is now online. And because of that, what makes artificial intelligence so powerful, at least what I'm learning, is that the more information they get, the more they can create algorithms to accommodate the public. So if they know you're everywhere about, which is, really interesting, when they used to put out those grocery cards, remember, everybody pretty much has one now, because you want to get the discounts. They make it so that there's a reason you want to buy into the idea of whatever is happening. So with the grocery cards, now everything that you buy and you swipe your card to get the discount, now they have everything that you buy. Now they know what you like and don't like, or what you do on a regular basis or what you don't. This is all gleaning information so that they can add to whatever database that they need it for and whatever they're going to use it for the future. They're getting ready to try to go into a cashless society. Some businesses now don't even take cash. Why? Track, So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Josh Massey says, that's a tongue twister. The artificial intelligence reminds me of the Terminator movies. I mean, yes. And they always say, or at least, a lot of people that they called conspiracy theorists, which we learn a lot of it is truth theory, if you will, say that a lot of the messages come through film. We get a lot of this stuff early on. There's so much that we've probably seen in the past that is now coming to fruition. I remember when I was watching this guy named David Icke. I don't know if you guys are familiar with David Icke. Some people try to call him a quack, right? Like, he's crazy. Look at what he's saying. But I used to follow this stuff way early on, right? And he was like, they're going to have cameras all over the place. You're going to see cameras everywhere on the roads. And this was like back in 95 when cameras were not that popular. You barely saw them popping up on different corners and stuff. Now you look around, they're everywhere. They called him crazy. He was on the cutting edge of information. And there's other things that, have been projected that have yet to come into fruition. But based on the trends, based on just watching how society is continuing to develop and spread, looks like it's coming. Okay, let's see. Miss Lady says, oh my God, AI is a huge thing and China is definitely kicking butt. Okay, and the kid's father. Is that who you're talking about? The kid's father is the one that you feel is being unpeaceful? Because, of course, you do have to deal with him. He's not being very peaceful for you to be able to co-parent. Is that what you're talking about? Hey, everybody, welcome to the conversation. This is Morning Talks with Ro. You got your morning drink on deck. We're talking about life in general. And if you have any questions of me, if you need any advice or some tips or a stretch in perspective about something, take advantage of this moment. I won't be here for too much longer on this chat. But if there's something that you'd like to ask me about, don't hesitate to do it. I'm here for that right now. Welcome to the conversation. So yeah, AI is going to be a trip. When I finally get this book club up and running, I would love to introduce that book to you all. Okay, so I probably need more information, Miss Lady, as far as him just not being peaceful. What does that mean? As far as like how often do you have to deal with each other? You know, maybe there's a way that you can make an exchange. I don't know if you exchange. I don't know what your, I don't know what your situation is to be able to speak about it in a way that I think would be helpful in this particular moment. So unless I have more information, I don't want to be careless or reckless in what I suggest, right? I need a bit more information. I need more AI. Kidding. So is anybody having any difficulty keeping going? You know, one of the things I was listening to this morning, I don't know if you're familiar with one of the motivational speakers out there. His name is Eric Thomas. I was just listening, just, you know, for inspiration. Every day I like to listen to something or watch something that's just going to keep my mind focused in the direction that I choose for it to be focused in. If there's any bit of information that can fall fresh on my conscious mind, that I can say, oh, wait a minute, I didn't get that layer of understanding from it before, I will do that. A lot of things I may have heard before, but that doesn't mean there's not another layer of understanding to be gained from hearing it again. So I do that. And oh gosh, the thought just wants to escape me. Your question is above. Oh, you have a question above? I'm sorry, I missed it. Oh, okay. Let me go back. I see it. And I'll come back to Eric Thomas. Okay. Laid off from my job as a disaster case manager recently. Faith in folks shaken. Trying to get pumped to start my nonprofit. Going volunteer at homeless and battered women's shelters. How do you get motivated when you have no mentorship to help with your idea? Create your support system. There are a lot of people who are not going to believe in your vision when you start something because it's your vision, it's not theirs. They can't see how you're going to get from point A to point B, so they don't even know how to support you. They don't know how to say, oh yeah, you're going to get there, because maybe it's too big of a vision for them to even see. Or maybe they've never gone after something for themselves to even understand the first step or the continued steps that you would take. So one is to create your own support system. How do you do that? Well, you find other people of like mind or of similar mission that you can glean inspiration from. So sometimes it's, you know, we forget that there are so many seminars that come to our towns. Get online, you guys. Google what's coming. Find other people of like mission or like mind or like vision, you know, moving in a similar direction. And you'd be surprised how many people you will meet in settings like that, because people are there to better themselves. People are there to come into the next greatest version of who they can be. So one of the greatest ways to do that is to find seminars. Another thing, we live in the information age, right? So YouTube, any video streaming service where they have loads of information, right? From mentors that have passed. I mean, some of the people I've learned some of my greatest lessons from are people who have passed on already. Jim Rohn, Earl Nightingale. I don't know if Dennis Waitley is still here. I mean, the list can go on for the people that I studied. I've studied hours of their material, and they're not here anymore. Get online, find other people who have been successful at starting nonprofits. Get online and find other people who have had to keep going in the face of when the going gets tough, because it usually always does. That was one of the things I was going to bring up about Eric Thomas earlier. He doesn't necessarily, it's more about being consistent. You know what I mean? Like, we all can start off with the chutzpah to be like, yeah, I'm going after it. I'm getting it. I'm about to make it happen. But when things don't happen in the time frame, possibly, that we hope or anticipate they will, we can lose gas. We can lose steam. Can you imagine if I based my success as a coach on numbers? I would be done. I would be done, right? Because what would keep me going? If I based my success on books, if I wrote books to get numbers, I wouldn't write anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be more about the work. It's got to be more about the passion. It sounds so cliche to say, you know, they're like, oh, you got to be passionate about it. It's so true. Because you're going to need something. You're going to need a great why, a great bottom line to keep you going when the going gets tough. Your desire to, what is it that you want to do? Volunteer. This is your nonprofit. Whatever your nonprofit is based in, I'm not sure if I know exactly what it is based in, but whatever your nonprofit idea is, you've got to be so passionate about it that it pushes you to go find these mentors that are living and deceased, that it pushes you to go to these seminars and invest in this information and education, that it pushes you to go and join groups, you know, whether they're in your physical community or internet online community, that it pushes us to keep searching for to fine tune whatever skill we have, whatever interpersonal skills we might need to communicate our vision, whatever marketing you might need in order to communicate your vision, whatever sales, tips you might need in order to find the courage to take the next best step to say what your vision is to the next person until you find the next space, and to have the passion to keep going in the face of not getting the quick reward or validation for what you're doing. It took me 6 years of just plain old work in motivation and inspiration and empowerment before I started my school. Now my school's been up for almost 3 years and I still got work to do. I'm still putting legs under this thing. It's gotta be about the passion. So hopefully you're gonna create your support system so that you can be around other go-getters, other people with vision, other people who are like, this is what it's about. My bottom line is people. My bottom line is, I don't know what your bottom line is. My bottom line is breakthrough. My bottom line is, my reward is watching people gain a better life, more encouragement and empowerment from whatever they've been through, helping people through emotional trauma. If I know I've done that, that's super rewarding for me. And eventually, if I keep going, I'm going to watch what God does with my work. But I gotta have a passion, right? And my bottom line can't be other people's belief in what I believe in. They'll become believers in due time. I just gotta keep doing the work. They're gonna jump on board when they see you hitting. But if we don't keep hitting, if we don't stay consistent, that's the challenge. The challenge is operating in your passion, hopefully at a high level, consistently. That's the challenge. And we need passion, in my humble opinion, to do that. Hey, everybody, welcome to the conversation. I don't know if that helps, LaShonda, but let's keep unpacking it if it doesn't. Delmar says, one of the tough tasks I have is procrastinating. I leave a reminder to finish the task in hand and finalize the task. It goes back to, you said procrastinating. This is why fasting is even powerful. Remember how, I always love to say, the way you do anything, how you do anything is how you do everything. Fasting is practicing delayed gratification. So you're doing this in spite of being hungry, in spite of feeling the hunger pains, in spite of, maybe not feeling like it. You go work out in spite of not feeling like it because the results are more important. And the mental toughness that you gain from doing what you need to do, even when you don't want to do it, is more important. That can push you past procrastination. That's why we do this stuff. It's not just for that one pocket of benefit. It benefits your whole situation. It creates integrity across your life. So if I can do it over here, I can do it over there. If I can do it right here, I can do it over there. If I can do it here, I'm going to do it over there. One of the stories I love about Tiger Woods, he talked about how early on, especially when he was in his younger days, and he would work out so hard, right? And a lot of golfers, they don't need to work out. They could actually be out of shape. You just need certain mobility. You want your back moving a certain way, right? So you can get a good swing. You need your arms. It's more about positioning. It's more about focus. It's about leveraging how you hit the ball. Leverage how you hit the ball. You could have a more burly man and a thinner man hit the ball, but if he leverages his body right, if the thinner man leverages his body right, he's still going to get the trajectory that he wants on that ball. No matter that he has the brute power to swing through the ball, if I know how to leverage my swing, I can get similar, if not better, results as a person that's larger than myself. So leverage. Hold on. Hey, everybody, welcome to the conversation. It's Morning Talks with Ro. Okay, I got all kinds of thoughts coming in through my mind. I'm going to finish some of these thoughts that are coming in. Yesterday's play today is to help the masses, children and adults, get healthier physically and mentally through fun, nostalgic play like hopscotch, nice, frisbee, roller skating. I like this. Tetherball, double dutch. What you know about double dutch? Hula hoops, kickball, tetherball, big wheels, more, and like a huge fun health fair. Love it. No one is doing this. Absolutely agreed. So you got to keep going. That's an incredible vision. That's an incredible vision. Watch some of the speeches by Steve Jobs. He is masterful, in my humble opinion, in conveying thoughts surrounding leadership and recruiting people to help you to implement your vision. Because with a vision like that, you're going to head it up, but you're going to need some other people to eventually step on board and help you to flesh that out. And you're going to probably need people that you don't pay initially, or that will be willing to do it for free. You may pay them, you may give them something in a way that doesn't require monetary exchange. You may barter something, you may help them in another way. But find people who are just sincerely passionate about helping people and putting something together where they're going to get great reward from watching it come to life. Watch a lot of stuff from Steve Jobs, you guys. If you're looking to put something together and you got this incredible idea, you don't know how you're going to do it. You got the heart, you got the vision. Hopefully you have the passion that's going to keep pushing, you pushing through. And then recruit other people as you move along to help you to flush out this vision, to spread this vision. Thank you. I listened to all of them. On point, purpose-driven, great answer. Bless up. Thank you, darling. It comes into play when too much is on one's plate. Speaking of teamwork. Ha, ha, ha. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. This is Morning Talks with Ro. There was some good... Sorry, I got some reception things happening over here. There was some really good information in what we just discussed. If you take that advice alone, you can work wonders in your life. So just kind of revisiting that thought of different things that we do. One of the things that Tiger Woods does is he works out incredibly hard, right? Especially when he had his body, like now he's got all these surgeries. He's not able to work out as hard as he was working out in the beginning of his career. But when he was younger and he had his motor skills and everything was working on full tilt, his workout ethic was out of control, amazing. And it wasn't necessarily because he wanted his body to be this buff, workout machine. It helped, of course. It was a byproduct. But the main reason he did so much of this was for mental toughness. His push through, his follow through was super duper gangster. Because when we go work out, you guys, and you don't feel like it, or even if you do, but when you work out and you set a goal and you push through until you get to that goal, you're building mental toughness. You can use that mental toughness in other areas of your life. There are times I really, really, really don't feel like going to work out, but I know my bottom line goes beyond keeping my body fit sometimes. My bottom line goes beyond keeping the sexy right. My bottom line is like, go there for mental toughness alone right now. For if nothing else you gain from today's workout, go there for mental toughness. Because I need my push-through games on tilt. Because there are times I don't feel like doing certain things. There are times I gotta finish writing that thing. I gotta put up that video. I gotta, write that email. I gotta make that phone call, and then I pull from my mental toughness activities that I do on a daily or regular basis. They all help me to stay in integrity with myself. I need mental toughness over here. I need mental toughness over in this quadrant of my life. I need mental toughness over there. So let me build mental toughness with working out alone. Let me build mental toughness with fasting. You see? These are tools, life hacks. It's not just to fast. Although I gained incredible benefit from just fasting, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, blah, blah, blah. But it also gives me the power of delayed gratification. It also gives me the power of mental toughness. I'm not going to eat that. I'll eat that in a second. Food's going to always be there. Okay, hopefully, right? That food's going to be there. I'll get back to it. Delayed gratification. Let's go, bro. Let's see what y'all are saying. Hey, Tiki. Mega respect and love to you. Hey, Caldoon, thank you. Mega respect and love to you back. I wish I could stop drinking soda, especially cherry Coke. Well, then just stop. Find you an alternative, right? Or wean yourself off of it. What's your why, right? Pamela Mays, thanks for doing this, Ro. I think we can all use the encouragement and push. Much appreciated. My pleasure. My pleasure. So is there any other question you guys have for me before I get out of here? I think I've been on long enough, right? I've been on long enough. I think we got some jewels came out of there. I always like to get the engine going, and then once the engine gets going, it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Let's get it. Well, it's been my pleasure sharing some of this stuff with you today. Hopefully, if anybody out there has this entrepreneur spirit, you found some encouragement and some empowerment from today's conversation. It's really what it takes. You know, not just having the high amount of octane to come out the gate swinging, but also to continue producing quality at a high enough level and then be consistent. There it is. How do we find that? We need passion for that. You need a strong enough why for that. And hopefully your why is bigger than yourself. So that in the face of when you don't feel like doing something because it's not so self-based, you're doing it for something else, something greater. I'm over this job, but I keep thinking about the bills that need to be paid. So, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. What are you moonlighting with on the side, Brenton? What are you moonlighting with? Meaning, you know, you're doing this to right now sustain your well-being, which is fine, right? Which we need to do. But what are you doing on the side to look for that new job? Are you in touch with what you would like to do next? Are you clear about that? Have you gotten clear about that? So we need clarity first, right? Awareness is the first key to change. So clarity with what is next. What do you really want to do? What will bring you real joy? And then coming up with the next action step or steps that are going to get you into this new job so that you can transition out of the old one. Hey, Joseph Tanner, welcome to the conversation, darling. Thank you, beneficial today. As always, just what you needed to hear. Bless up, Amanda. I'm glad you got value. Brenton says, I want to be full time in my craft, but kind of feel lost with the transition. So there's that passion conversation, right? There's that passion conversation. One, are you really doing everything you can do to be full time at your craft? That's only a question that you can answer honestly and wholeheartedly. Two, as long as you keep an outlet open with what you love, which is your craft, I think that's good for you to have balance with things that I need to do and then things that I want to do. And then is it possible to find a job that speaks to another aspect of how you can be useful, or that a skill that you have so it's not working you to pieces, something that you naturally gravitate towards that you could be good at, right? So that you can switch and get a job like that so that you can have more balance there until you get the breakthrough in your craft, until you get the breakthrough to do it full time. Let's see. LaShonda says, what's your Facebook page name, website, links to your podcast and services, etc., so we can support you in some way? Thank you. People can go to RhonaBennett.com. That's kind of my turnstile. I'm about to launch a new website soon, but bear with the one that's currently there. RhonaBennett.com. My coaching services are there. All my social media handles are there. What else is there? Some testimonials from my students at Personal Power University are there. If you want to book a live Skype coaching session with me, because you want to take it one step further than just morning talks with Ro, you want to get specific about your specific situation, come holla at me. Thank you, LaShonda, for that. I forget to do that. Demar says, after hearing what you're saying today, I'm working on my craft, on my dream, but at the same time, I'm applying for jobs to help me starting with my career. Bless up, man. Come on, y'all, get the benefit, baby. Get the benefit. Shirley says, I have developed a new passion and I have my vision on it. Bless up. I'm working on this and I'm so excited. Congratulations. Congratulations, Shirley. Love it. Love it. They're so big, you guys, to have passion for what you're doing because you're going to need it when the going gets tough, and it usually always does. Okay? You might not feel like you're getting any progress with something. You might be like, okay, only one person read my blog today. Oh, nobody read my blog today. Oh, only 5 people bought my book. Oh, nobody's hiring me for this. Oh, it's been about a few months and I have not gotten one hit on this. Come on, man. I know some of you know what I'm saying right now. You are not getting the validation for the hard work you feel like you're putting in. Do you have the passion to keep going? Why are you doing it? What is your bottom line? And is your vision going to support something bigger than yourself? Because a lot of the times you're going to have to pull on that to keep you going, because just focusing on you could be discouraging and just not enough juice to keep you going. Ha 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 ha. I see you laughing, Shirley. You feel me? Hello. All right, y'all. I think I've talked enough. It's been a pleasure chopping it up with you. I hope you've gained much value from today's talk. And I think if you missed some of what I shared, definitely go back, especially towards like the middle of the video, and get some of this good stuff, because it's really about application. You can hear it till your face turns blue, but if you don't apply it, come on. They say knowledge is power. I say applied knowledge is power. It's powerful to know, it really is, but applied knowledge becomes wisdom. Try it on for size. Actually do the work. Okay, thank you, Shirley. Thank you, thank you. It's been my pleasure chopping it up with y'all today. Until next time. Thank you.